Taurus have the Eight of Wands and the Queen of Wands. So right now is about you, Taurus. Finally, like I said, the last Taurus reading, go ahead and check that out if you didn't catch up. This is about you, Taurus, like I said, embracing your power. Embracing the fact that a lot of y'all are attractive and you can't just let everyone smash. Can't let everyone have access to you, because you're supposed to be screening out the people that would ultimately be a waste of time, because all it is that they're going to really do is play games with you and get you to feel dejected, right? Get you to feel sad. So a lot of you Taurus have to understand that sometimes the reason why it is that people spend so much time trying to get you upset and sad is because you're probably too good for them. And in this world, especially in a day like today, a lot of the things that you think are what they are in fact not those things. Because you've got a lot of people out here working with ulterior motives, right? They're not really being upfront with who they are and what they want. So the Page of Wands represents, this is most definitely a time of creativity. For you, Taurus, this is a time for you, Taurus, to let go of the inhibitions of feeling like when you know, feeling like you don't want to put yourself out there to talk to people romantically. And then when you do, it's the fear of you getting hurt. And what about if that happens? Forget about that stuff, because again, rejection is God's protection. Real talk. You know, real talk. And when you've dodged a couple of problems like I have, you really realize how good rejection is, especially if you're the type of person that's striving to do better. You're gonna be so thankful and counting your blessings when you realize that the person that spent so much time being disrespectful to you got all types of mental issues, got all types of problems being respectful to no matter who they're with, but then they tried to flip it back on the other person and tried to make it seem like the reason why is because the person that they're with is not good enough to force them to submit, force them to act right, right? Forget about submit. Force them to act like they have some home training, some common sense. So now that you, Taurus, have that level of space where, you know, at this current point in time, you're really dating. Because most of these readings right now, from what it is that I'm seeing, the zodiac signs who've been over here, who've really taken the stuff that I'm saying into consideration, a lot of y'all are seeing results of what it is that I'm talking about. That a lot of people, honestly, they do this, right? The judgment. They cast judgments on you, and they're wasting time and playing games and, you know, just doing a bunch of nonsense, just doing a bunch of self-sabotaging, disrespectful, lack of common sense, stupid, just dysfunctional, you know what I'm saying? Just dysfunctional stuff. And the thing about it is that you, Taurus, have to understand that you should be glad that you don't have to be a part of that, because y'all, the zodiac signs who take it into consideration, especially you, Taurus, because that's who I'm talking to right now, y'all are seeing it, that you have to be more careful. You have to be more judgmental yourself as to the quality of the people that you meet and you spend your time spending your time with. Because if you don't, it can ruin you. You can have some people that all they want to do is sabotage you, right? You have a H8 mate, if you know what I mean, an H8 mate, someone that will be with you, lay down with you, but then at the same time, they don't want you to do any good. But then at the same time, telling you garbage. So the thing is that the Three of Cups now is about how, so you, Taurus, now have to understand that this is your opportunity right now, because you have some people that are interested in you that are new, fresh. So this is a clean slate for you, because you don't know these individuals. It's not like these people knew you and they just playing up on your phone or stalking you, because Taurus is the zodiac sign of stalking somebody or getting stalked. So y'all could be stalking somebody, or y'all could get stalked. Y'all in Scorpio. So if a person, so you got to understand that this fortunately doesn't mean any of those things as far as stalking is concerned. This is about you starting fresh and finally being able to talk to other people. The devil, however, the devil in the Seven of Swords, however, represents the only thing that you, Taurus, have to focus on now is ultimately traits about yourself that you have to let go, i.e., self-sabotaging traits about yourself, the need for control, the need to go fast and establish a relationship super quickly. Remember, this is the first time that you're hanging out with them, right? Sometimes people use the word get to know, court, date. Look, all of this stuff at the end of the day comes down to choice. No matter what you call it, regardless of whether you call it courting, dating, whatever the case may be, if the two of you choose to be loyal to each other and go exclusive with one another, regardless of whether you call it dating is irrelevant, you're still in a relationship, right? A rose by any other name, whatever. But the thing is that for you, right, for you, Taurus, you just have to pay attention to not try to establish relationships super quickly. And the reason why is because, let me tell you why, is because people, like I said, will unfortunately try to take, and sometimes take advantage of the situation. So this goes all right back for you, Taurus, to begin to understand that it's about having a set of boundaries. And a lot of times people think that boundaries is about closing you in. No, boundaries, as a matter of fact, is in fact about freedom. Because when you're not willing to compromise with something, people have to cater to you and deal with you in that area. Because when you are on the case, or when you are on the side of anything goes, that's when you don't get your respect. That's when it becomes a free-for-all, because remember, anything goes. So now that you, Taurus, have some sort of conscious understanding, or a higher conscious understanding of what you could be doing better, right? Not to let certain people talk to you a certain kind of way, right? Not to let certain things slide, to be a little bit more proactive, because it's ironic, because you, Taurus, got all this strength and all this power, but at the same time, y'all can be a little bit too, with all due respect, y'all can be a little bit too lackadaisical and be when it comes to being more proactive. Stop letting people talk to you crazy and they're not really planning on doing anything for you, beneficial for you. Stop letting people manipulate you by telling you that they love you and that they like you. Pay attention. Keep your eyes open. Pay attention, right? Pay attention. If it's the second week and you're already telling the person that you love them and that you care about them, right? Or as far as that, you may understand that this person may have love bombed you. Same thing if they're doing it to you. You may have love bombed them. They may have love bombed you. It's just that you just may feel like that. But you need to take your time. And the Nine of Pentacles represents you need to utilize your patience. The Knight of Wands and the Four of Swords, represents, and if they're not for you, if they're Mrs. Wrong, Mr. Wrong, then it's going to make itself, it's going to become apparent. It's going to become easy or easier to spot that they're not, right? And then you just walk away. You just walk away, move away, and begin to talk to somebody else. So let's clarify. Let's clarify some of these cards. Let's clarify the Let's clarify the devil. High Priestess, which is Taurus, so you showed up in your own reading. Chariot, the Eight of Swords, the Four of Pentacles. Okay, some of the things that you, Taurus, may have to work on is, well, first and foremost, you have the High Priestess and the Chariot. To people who are trying to run game, trying to manipulate you, how do I say this? You're going to have people that are going to try that regardless, right? But the thing is that the thing that you, Taurus, need to work on specifically from what the cards is showing me is the Eight of Swords and the Four of Pentacles, which is about your spiritual value first. And your overall health, which is number 1 and number 2 on a 10 life values. A lot of you, because the Eight of Swords is about a person who's, you know, obviously doing some sort of prayer or meditation, especially in this tarot deck. So this is about you need to spiritually get more in tune with who you are, because who you are will be tested when people try to play you come about. Because the first thing they're going to try to do is to delude you, guilt trip you. They're always trying to run game. But again, if they had anything on you, trust me, as fast as a lot of people are run tell that, if they had any kind of dirt on you, they would be running telling that, or try to lord it over your head and use it against you. So let's clarify the Four of Swords now. So those are just some of the things that you need to work on in order for you to become harder for people to run game on you, and in order for you to become someone that's easier to spot when someone is wasting your time. You have to get in tune with your own instincts. What do you observe about the person that gets you? How do you feel? What do you observe about the person that got you to automatically understand they are a waste of time? How you do that is by actively paying attention. That's part of it, not 100% of it, but part of it is paying attention. So let's clarify the Four of Swords like I was talking about. Nine of Swords, the Magician, King of Wands, and then you have the Knight of Pentacles to clarify the Four of Swords. Right, so the Nine of Swords here and the Magician are all about how, because if you don't put certain relationships on ice, you know what's going to happen? Those people will take advantage of you. You have to learn to listen to your own instincts and trust yourself and trust that gut feeling to know if even if a person is dressed dapper and they got swag on both sides, they got a Louis Vuitton, does not necessarily mean that just because they have a Louis Vuitton bag or they are handsome and tall and dark on whatever side you into, that they are decent, upstanding people. You have to pay attention to that. Like what Martin Luther King said, you have to pay attention to the contents of their character, because their character will let you know whether it's good for you to actually spend your time engaging with them. So as you're getting to know someone, you're paying attention to their values, their character. But that's pretty much it. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video. Peace.